Okay, so I'm 22, I'm crying, and I'm walking down a street in South London, mildly terrified. And I'm doing that thing where you're listening to music to motivate yourself that you're a strong, independent woman, and you have got this. This is the end of my night, and it is terrible. And the beginning of my night was pretty similar. I've just started my teaching career, and it's a Friday night, and I've had a terrible day, and all I want to do is go to bed. But I can't, because my sort of, kind of non-boyfriend is sort of, kind of, but not really moving in with me. So I suggest to him that, for the benefit of everyone involved, let's meet later at the dinner party we're going to, which I equally don't want to attend. And obviously he doesn't understand, and he's like, I'll be there for you, I'll make you feel better. And it's something that non-teachers don't get, just how aggressively selfish you have to be on a Friday night. So I was like, no, I cannot see you just yet. He agrees, but he's angry at me. A few hours later, I drag myself out of bed and I get to the dinner party, which is being hosted by the daughter of the governor of Bermuda, who is casually a friend of mine. And it's been hosted in her 3-story Victorian townhouse in South London, so it's very fancy. When I arrive, obviously the only person I want to talk to is my non-boyfriend. Admittedly, an hour ago I didn't want to speak to him, but now he's the best of a bad bunch. So I sort of spot him across the room, and I'm stealthily making my way to him, and I'm stopped by the hostess, and she informs me that there's a seating plan for the night. Ugh. So I'm annoyed immediately. But then I'm told that there's not just one, there is 3 seating plans that change after each course, signified by a little bell. So I am overwhelmed by what's going on. Like, am I in Downton Abbey? Where the fuck am I? Why is there a bell? I'm so angry. And I sit in my allotted seat with these people I apparently went to university with, but I'm pretty sure I've never met. And I'm engaging in small talk. And I'm sipping my wine, and I'm nodding, and I'm smiling. And then the bell rings. The bell that I once hated has now become the glimmer of hope for my evening. So she rings the bell, and I wait for my new seating plan, but I'm still in the back end of nowhere on this table with people I don't know. As I'm sitting there, I realise that my non-boyfriend didn't have to move at the second bell. And as the dinner goes on, he didn't have to move at the third bell either. He's still sitting next to Jen. Jen with her glossy hair and her stories of the women's charity she works for and all the great things she's doing for the women of South London. So I'm watching it, and it's playing out like a cliched scene from a film, like she's flicking her hair and, oh, you've got a crumb here. And I'm getting angrier and angrier until the whole bottle of wine is gone. And I think, you know what? So I break the rules, I leave my assigned seat, and I head over, and I think, no, I'm going to go. And he's like, oh, okay, well, actually, I might stay. Is that okay? No, it is not okay, obviously not. But I'm cool, I'm non-committal. Of course, you stay, you enjoy your evening with Jen. So I leave. And this is where the motivational music comes in, and I'm walking down this street, and I'm doing the thing where I'm sort of looking back occasionally in case he's realised his mistake and is running through the rain, but he's not. And I get to the bus stop, and I turn to look for the bus, and I see a cyclist. And as I see the cyclist coming, I also see a car coming out of a side street, and the car hits the cyclist, and then continues driving, and leaves the cyclist on the floor. So there's a moment where I look around and I'm like, anyone? Anyone else? No, it's just me and the bottle of wine I've consumed. Brilliant. So I head over to help this woman. She's conscious, but she's covered in blood, and she's got a head injury. And I get her to the bus stop, I ring an ambulance, and I'm waiting for her. And in that time, in the panic, I ring the non-boyfriend to explain what's happened. You know, I've just 5 minutes down the road, could you bring some towels? Could you bring this? And he's like, shit, Kate, that's really bad. But do you think you really need me? I was like, In that moment, I realized, no, I don't really need you to come. So I wait with her, the ambulance comes, she goes, and I get on the bus home as normal. And the following weeks, I check the good deed feed in the newspaper to see if she thanks me, but she doesn't. And the non-boyfriend doesn't move in. But I realize that actually, you know what? It's fine, because in that moment where I really needed to step up into the plate and be a strong, independent woman, I wasn't listening to any music to convince me that I could do it. Thank you.